friends, welcome to the ExpertsEdge. So here we are with our shortcut series, that is 1 minute method. The topic we are doing is a geometry. In geometry we are particularly doing triangles. Okay, so in today's session we will be seeing 4 lines, the very 4 important lines in a triangle. That is the medians. You must have heard of these lines. Another is angle bisector, another is perpendicular bisector, and then is the altitudes. आज के सेशन में गाइस कंसेप्ट्स कम है, प्रॉपर्टीज ज्यादा है, एंड प्रॉपर्टीज आर टू बी मग्ड अप, राइट? ये याद रखने वाला ही काम है. मैंने बहुत सोर्सेस से सब जॉट डाउन करके मैं आपको दे रहा हूं. यू जस्ट नीड टू मेंटेन द नोट्स. अच्छे से एक जगह पे लिख लो. तो मैंने क्वेश्चंस भी दिए हैं, डायरेक्टली विल गेट द क्वेश्चंस ऑन द सेम. ओके, ठीक है. सो लेट्स गो ऑन इट. सो let's first see the difference. What is this geometric center? The first is a median, right? What is a median? Does median pass through the vertex? Yes, it pretty much passes through the vertex, right? If there is a triangle, क्या median vertex से pass होता है? Yes, तो median vertex से pass होता है. This is yes. Does it pass through the midpoint of the side? Yes, median does passes through the midpoint. ये equal होता है दोनों, right? Is it a perpendicular? Not necessary है ना? ये हर triangle में होगा, जरूरी नहीं है. It is not necessary. Similarly, if I say now the perpendicular bisector, ठीक है? Perpendicular bisector, does it bisect as the word suggests? Does it bisect? Yes, pretty much, right? Now, is it perpendicular? Yes. Does it pass through the midpoint? Does it pass through the vertex? Not necessary. If I say this is my triangle and this is my perpendicular bisector, right? So can you see, is it passing through vertex? No. So again it is not necessary. Similarly, altitude is nothing but the height, and obviously height is measured from one of the vertex. So does it pass through the vertex? Yes. Does it pass through the midpoint? Not necessary. जैसे इसी केस में देख ले हम, तो अगर मैंने ये altitude किया तो it is not midpoint, right? It is not necessary. And is it perpendicular? Yes. So basic छोटी छोटी properties है, हम इसको डिटेल में करेंगे. Particularly now where we'll start with the medians. So the median का the first thing, remember that it divides the opposite side angle into two equal halves, right? So if I say this is my triangle and this is my median. What does the median does? Median divides opposite side into two equal half. अब ये जो दो triangle है, इनका height भी same है और दोनों का base भी same हो गया. So it divides a triangle into two equal halves. So please remember this, that a median divides a triangle into two equal halves by dividing the opposite side into two halves. Similarly, if I take all the medians of on all the vertices, right? So it will divide triangle into 6 equal halves. Okay. So as is shown in this diagram, or let me show it again to you. So if I connect this median, if I connect this median, right, and also if I connect this median, all these areas will be same, right? If this is x, all this will be x. Okay, as you can show in this, see in this diagram. So this is the very first property. Please remember this. Now, second thing. Okay, let's take a question first. So this is a question on the median, as well as there will be requirement of one property. I'll just quickly get through it. That property is midpoint theorem. What it says कि अगर ये triangle है, ठीक है, and if this is a parallel line, right, and if one line this passes through the midpoint, it will also pass through the midpoint of the other line. Okay, so that is a midpoint theorem. ठीक है, तो please remember, if this line passes through the midpoint of it, and if these two lines are parallel, अगर यहाँ पे midpoint से pass हो रहा है, तो यहाँ से भी midpoint से pass होगा. So if I know this property and median का concept, this is a very beautiful question. What it says, AG is equal to GE. That means AG is equal to G. What is the midpoint of it? G, right? So I can say my GF is a median in triangle AGE, right? So if GF is a median, if I say this is A, this will also be A. So these two areas will be equal, right? Now GF and ED, are they parallel? Yes, pretty much it has given that GF is parallel to ED. So GF is parallel to ED in triangle AED. So see, in triangle AED, GF is parallel to ED and this G is the midpoint of AE. तो अभी हमने देखा था बेसिक मिडपॉइंट थ्योरम से, तो अगर ऐसा पैरेलल लाइंस हो और ये मिडपॉइंट हो, so this will also be the midpoint of this, that is AD, right? So F will become midpoint of AD. So in triangle AED, that EF will become median then, right? सबसे पहला मीडियन कौन सा था मेरा? GF. GF was median in which triangle? If you see, that was a triangle AEF. Now by this midpoint theorem, F became midpoint. Midpoint है, that means EF should be median. और ये कौन से ट्राइंगल में होगा EF median? It would be in the triangle AED. So अगर मेरा EF median है and this much part is how much? Just let me take a different color. This much part is 2A, right? So अगर मेरा half of the triangle 2A है, so the second half also has to be 2A, right? So this particular figure will be nothing but 2A. ठीक है? So I hope this point is clear. Now see again which two lines are parallel given. EF is parallel to BD, right? So this EF is also parallel to BD. Okay, so if EF is parallel to BD and F is a midpoint of AD, then in triangle ABD I am talking. Okay, in triangle ABD, F is a midpoint. That means it is connecting which triangle? If this is a midpoint and these two are parallel lines, so that means this F will connect at E, right? So by midpoint theorem, अगर ये मेरा midpoint से pass हो रहा है F, it will also pass to the midpoint of the other side. That means E. So AE should be equal to EB, right? So if this is a midpoint, in that case AE should be equal to EB. Just a visualization matter, right? ठीक है? So अगर AE is equal to EB है तो मीडियन कौन सा होगा? यहाँ पे मीडियन होगा मेरा ED, right? मिडपॉइंट कौन उस ट्राइंगल को ये कर रहा है? It is nothing but my ED. So in triangle ABD, ठीक है, दिस इज अ ट्राइंगल, दिस इज अ मीडियन एक्चुअली, ये मीडियन है, ये ट्राइंगल्स है. ओके, सो मीडियन इज नथिंग बट ईडी. सो अगर मेरा ईडी मीडियन है, AED का ट्राइंगल का एरिया है 4A, सो दिस शुड आल्सो बी 4A. ओके, नाउ द लास्ट पैरेलल लाइन, सी ED इज इक्वल टू BC. अगर ED इक्वल टू BC है, सॉरी ED पैरेलल टू BC, दैट मीन्स अगर मेरा E पॉइंट मिड पॉइंट है यहाँ पे, तो जो कनेक्ट हो रहा है अदर D शुड बी मिड पॉइंट. दैट मीन्स AD शुड बी इक्वल टू CD and BD will be median. So BD will be median in triangle ABC. So I can say BD is my median. तो अगर ये एरिया मेरा 2A, 4A and 8A होगा, तो this will also be equal to 8A. Now what he has given, what is he asking? In fact, area of triangle EFG. Can you see what is the area of triangle EFG? EFG is nothing but A. So area of triangle EFG is equal to A. And what is the trapezium BCDE? BCDE is how much? 12A. So trapezium BCDE, it is 12A. So this AA cancels out. So what is the ratio of it? Answer is 1/12. Okay. So I hope this particular point is clear, that median divides a triangle into two equal halves. Okay, a simple concept coupled with midpoint theorem. Okay, now let's move to the next question. This is the theorem. Now also remember a very important point. In a right angle triangle, median divides hypotenuse into टू इक्वल पार्ट्स. ओके, सो अगर ये मेरा x है तो ये भी x होगा और ये मीडियन भी x होगा, और फॉर दैट मैटर m, राइट? बट ये कब होगा? इन ए राइट एंगल ट्राइंगल ओनली. ठीक है, क्यों होता है, क्या होता है? ठीक है, आज थोड़ा मैं इसमें प्रॉपर्टीज ही लिखवा रहा हूं. ऑल आर द सिंपल प्रॉपर्टीज, राइट? यू जस्ट नीड टू मग देम. सो अगर ये मेरा m है, ये भी m है, तो ये भी m होगा. प्लीज रिमेंबर दिस पार्ट. ठीक है, नेक्स्ट पार्ट. नाउ जब भी मीडियन आए तो ये थ्योरम दिमाग में आना चाहिए, दैट इज अपोलोनियस थ्योरम. व्हाट इज अपोलोनियस थ्योरम सेज? अगर ये मेरा AD मीडियन है, सो ए बी स्क्वायर, जिन भी दो वर्टेक्स के बीच में से निकल रहा है, दैट इज ए बी स्क्वायर प्लस ए सी स्क्वायर शुड बी इक्वल टू ट्वाइस ऑफ द मीडियन एंड हाफ ऑफ एनीथिंग. एक तो बी डी ले लो या सी डी ले लो, बिकॉज ये मीडियन है, दोनों इक्वल होगा. सपोज इफ आई से ये में बी ई मीडियन है, इसमें फिर अपोलोनेस कैसे लगेगा? बी ई, जस्ट एन एग्जाम्पल. सो इसमें होगा अपोलोनेस थ्योरम, ए बी स्क्वायर plus BC square should be equal to twice of median, that is BE square plus half of any AE ले लो या EC ले लो, right? So basically half of AC का square. ठीक है, so that is the Apollonus theorem to you. Next, this was the third thing. Fourth, the meeting point of a median is known as centroid. Please remember, this meeting point of all concurrent point is known as centroid, and centroid divides median into 2:1 from the vertex. मतलब अगर इतना part length इसका 2 है, so इसका middle नीचे वाला part 1 होगा. ठीक है, so vertex से please remember that centroid divides ratio in 2:1. Now next. Okay, now let's start with the question, a simple question. So question number 2, find the area of shaded region red, that PS is a median triangle. So अभी देखा था median divides into two equal halves. So अगर पूरा triangle 180 का है, तो this will be 90, and similar the required red part will also be 90. So answer of this question is 90. Second question, what is asking? Find the area of the red shaded region. तभी हमने देखा था अगर मैं सारे मीडियंस कनेक्ट कर लूं, so it divides triangle into 6 equal parts. So let me connect it. So अगर ये मेरे मीडियन है, so ये सारे एरियाज इक्वल होंगे, राइट? So ये होगा मेरा x, ये भी x, ये भी x. So basically 6 equal parts. So I can say अगर complete एरिया का ट्राइंगल 180 है, and what is he asking? Area of the shaded region. So shaded region is nothing but x out of 6x into 180. So basically it's nothing but 30. Okay, so 30 is the answer, none of the above. Okay, now let's move to the next question. Question number 4. What it says? What area of shaded region? So let me connect again. It's all about visualizing, guys. A simple point but has huge application. Again the same thing, if this is x, this is x, this is x. Now this time the shaded region, that is the red region, is nothing but the 2x part. So I know this 2x out of complete 6x. Complete 6x I know is 180. So basically it is 1/3. So 1/3 of 180 is 60 should be the answer. The correct answer of this question, particular question, is 60. ठीक है, pretty simple questions but quite useful. Okay, let's say question number 5. What it says, एक triangle है ABC. Just let me quickly draw a diagram. A, B and C. AD is a median such that AD is equal to BD. तो अगर मेरा AD x होगा, so BD भी x होगा, because AD is a median, तो CD भी x होगा. Then find angle ACB if angle BAD has given this angle is 50 degree. Okay, we have just seen a property. ठीक है, hope you remember, it's a very important one. क्या थी वो? right angle triangle में, right angle triangle में if it's a median, it divides opposite side into hypotenuse into two equal halves. तो अगर ये x हो, so ये भी x होगा और ये भी x होगा, right? Please remember this. So ये वैसे ही है, ये x है, ये x है, ये x है, तो opposite, that is angle A should be nothing but 90 degree, right? A simple application. तो अगर ये 90 है तो ये angle कितना होगा? 40 degree. So if opposite to x is 40, तो ये opposite to x भी, ये भी angle 40 degree होगा, right? What is he asking? Angle ACB, yeah, same angle. So angle ACB should be nothing but 40 degree is your answer. Okay, so I hope this is clear. Pretty important and a basic concept, but please remember this. Let's go to the next one. Question number 6. G is the centroid of triangle ABC. Just a second. G is the centroid of, this is A, this is B, and this is C. This is the centroid G, such that AG equal to BC. Okay. Find angle BGC. Okay. This angle he is asking, BGC. What is the property of centroid? You must be remembering that property. Centroid divides मीडियन इंटू 2:1 पार्ट, राइट. तो अगर ये 2 हुआ तो ये 1 होगा. एंड व्हाट ही हैज गिवन दैट AG इज इक्वल टू BC. तो अगर मेरा AG 2 है, BC भी 2 होगा, राइट. सो अगर मेरा BC 2 है तो मुझे पता है मीडियन है तो ये हाफ में डिवाइड होगा. दैट मीन्स दिस वुड बी 1 एंड ऑल्सो दिस वुड बी 1. तो ये भी 1 है, ये भी 1 है, ये भी साइड 1 है, GD. ये कब होता है ट्राइंगल में? ये तभी होता है जब इट्स अ राइट एंगल ट्राइंगल एंड ये मीडियन हाइपोटेनस पे ड्रॉप किया हो. तो ये x, ये x, ये x, राइट. सो दिस इज 1 1 1. दैट मीन्स दिस पर्टिकुलर triangle is a right angle triangle at G. So angle BGC should be nothing but 90 degree. Okay. So simple question, provided you know the property. Now let's go to the next one. Question number 7. So what it says, if there are 3 sides, 3, 4, 5, find the length of the median opposite to the smallest angle. So if I draw this diagram like this, ठीक है, it's not proportional but still ये 4 है, ये 5 है, ये 3 है. So smallest angle will be representing, will be facing smallest side. Which is the smallest side? So basically this angle. So अब यहाँ से मुझे median draw करना है. So if this is a median, तो basically ये वाला side मेरा half half में divide हो जाएगा. 3/2. This will also be 3/2. So which, and what is he asking? Length of the median. So basically ये x, right? So I can directly apply what here? Apollonius theorem. I hope you remember Apollonius theorem. मैं वो ABC नहीं लिख रहा हूँ, direct दिख रहा है. That is 4 square plus 5 square, right? Apollonius is 4 square plus 5 square should be equal to twice of the median square, that is x square, plus half of the opposite side, that is nothing but 3/2 का square. Right. So if you solve this, this comes out to be 16 plus 25, 41. This on solving, the x comes out to be root 73/2. ठीक है, तो just solve that part. But please remember that Apollonius theorem, it is very important. It's a direct application of Apollonius theorem. Okay. So up till now we have seen 3 to 4 properties, but very important. Now let's move to the next properties. A bit tougher one, but you need to remember it. What it is saying, the sum of the squares of the sides to the sum of the squares of the median is always in the ratio 4:3. Okay. So median और ये जो sides है इनका ratio हमेशा square का 4:3 रहता है. ठीक है. Yeah. Also area, ratio of area of triangle to the ratio of area formed by the medians. Okay, medians का भी कुछ लेंथ होगा. अगर उस लेंथ का मैं ट्रायंगल कंस्ट्रक्ट करूं और एक उसी ट्रायंगल, जिस ट्रायंगल के वो मीडियंस है, उस एरिया ऑफ ट्रायंगल, उनका भी रेशियो 4:3 होता है. ठीक है, विल सी द एप्लीकेशन ऑफ दिस, बट जस्ट एज ऑफ नाउ प्लीज रिमेंबर दिस थिंग. या दिस इज अनदर, मैंने सब रेडीमेड फॉर्मूलेज गाइस दे रहा हूं आप लोगों को, प्लीज इसको अच्छे से नोट कर लो. ठीक है, डायरेक्ट प्रॉपर्टीज है, सबके डेरिवेशन आपको मिल जाएंगे गूगल पे. ठीक है, बट व्हाट यू नीड टू रिमेंबर इज द एंड रिजल्ट, बिकॉज सीधे सीधे ऐसे ही क्वेश्चंस आते हैं. ठीक है, सो व्हाट इज गिवन, इफ ए इज द साइड गिवन द मीडियंस. अगर मुझे मीडियन दिया है और किसी का भी लेंथ पूछा है, सो एम ए इज व्हाट, एम ए इज द मीडियन ड्रॉप्ड ऑन साइड ए, MB is the median dropped on side B, MC is the median dropped on side C. So what is the A का relation? It is the 2/3 into root of 2MB square plus MC square minus MA square. Basically जो भी आप साइड निकाल रहे हो उसको subtract करके square करना है. ठीक है, so let's move to the questions. अच्छा, there are 2 more properties, then we'll go. What is the next? Remember it. Medians in a right angle triangle. If it's a right angle triangle and this is A, this is B side, तो A पे ड्रॉप किया मतलब ये होगा MA, B पे ड्रॉप किया that means this will be MB, right? And let's say one median is from this center is MC. Okay, so this is MC. So what is the relation given here? MA square, it's all median. These are the length of the medians. Okay, please remember lengths of medians. That is MA square plus MB square should be equal to 5 times of MC square. ठीक है, what is MC? जो hypotenuse पे drop हुआ है. ठीक है, so please remember this. Next, it is what? If medians are intersecting at right angles. So let's say this is A and B. This is my MA. This is my MB. And this median A and median B are intersecting at 90 degree. And this C is opposite to 90 degree. So in that case, remember these are nothing but the sides. Okay, ABC are sides of the triangle, not the median. The earlier formula which we did is for the medians where the vertex was at the 90 degree. In this case, the two medians are intersecting at 90 degree. So what it says, A square plus B square should be equal to 5 times C square. C is the length opposite to the 90 degree. Okay, now okay, so if you see this thing, AD, B and CF are given nothing but the lengths of the median, right? So find this length of the smallest side of the triangle. Do you remember that formula? Side ka when given the medians, what was it? Let me write it. A is equal to 2/3 of, है ना? Just in case if you need, what was it? This one, right? 2/3 of root of 2 times of MB square MC square, और जिस साइड पे आपको चाहिए उसका मीडियन आप सब्ट्रैक्ट करोगे, राइट? सो A अगर चाहिए तो क्या होगा ये 2 twice of MB square plus MC square minus MA square. Okay, now I want A and here A needs to be the smallest. तो अगर A मुझे smallest चाहिए तो ये जो median A होगा, which will I take 12, 9 or 6? Because I want this to be smallest, I want this to be maximum to be deducted, right? So this median should be the maximum, and which is the maximum I have? That is nothing but 12. So MA, the length, this median is nothing but MA, right? So just अगर मुझे उतना पता चल गया तो कुछ नहीं, just put in the formula what it will be. It will be nothing but 2/3 of root of twice of 6 square plus 9 square minus 12 square. Okay, so basically if you solve this, so 2/3 root of this is twice of 6 square 36 plus 64, not 64, 81 minus 144. Okay, on solving this A you will get it as 2 root 10. Okay, just 2 steps more. Okay, so I hope this part is clear. So please remember guys, this formula is very important. Okay, now let's move to the next part. Yeah, question 9, this came in CAT 2015, and as you can see it's a direct application of the formula. What is that formula? Just let me write it here only. It's the lengths of the medians of two acute angles of a right angle triangle, right? Here the triangle is a right angle triangle, and what is that formula? Just let me write here. अगर एक राइट एंगल ट्रायंगल हो, अगर ये दो मीडियंस ऐसे कुछ हो, and this is 90 degree, so median on A square plus median on B square should be equal to 5 times of median on C square, right? So what I know, median की length, so just put in that formula. So it would be nothing but root of 52 का square, राइट? दो एक्यूट एंगल ट्राइंगल्स का उसने बोला है, तो एक का तो लेंथ होगा रूट ऑफ 52 और जो सेकेंड वाला है उसका लेंथ होगा रूट ऑफ 73. सो स्क्वेयरिंग इट इज 5 टाइम्स ऑफ MC square. So basically 52 plus 73 equal to 5 times of MC square. So basically 125 by 5, MC square is equal to 25. So MC will I get is 5. And what is MC? Median drawn on hypotenuse. So I know if this is a median drawn on hypotenuse, if this is 5, in a right angle triangle, you know that if this length is x, this length will also be x and this length will also be x. And what is he asking is the hypotenuse. So my hypotenuse will be 2x basically, right? And this basically S is nothing but MC. So correct answer should be 5 ka double, that is 10. Okay. So I hope this is clear. Please remember this formula. These are very important. You can directly expect a question out of this. Okay. Now let's move to the next question. In this AB, the medians are perpendicular to each other, right? इसका भी हमने एक देखा था. अगर and it is not a right angle triangle, it's a normal triangle. But medians intersect at 90 degree. So if these are the two medians, this angle should be 90 degree. What was it? ये साइड A है, ये साइड B है, ये साइड C है. So A square plus B square should be equal to 5 times of C square. So it will be 8 square plus 6 square should be equal to 5 times of C square. क्या आएगा ये? 100 by 5, that is C square 20. And what is he asking is C. C is root of 20, right? And I guess he is asking this only length of the third side. Yeah, so root 20 is the correct answer. Okay, so can you see how effortlessly can it be done? Believe me guys, ये वहां पे आप डिराइव नहीं कर सकते, राइट? और सबके डेरिवेशन वही 2-3 चीजों पे है. राइट एंगल ट्राइंगल का पाइथागोरस थ्योरम, अपोलोनियस थ्योरम, राइट? बस यही 2-3 चीजों को आप मिक्स करोगे तो विल गेट ऑल दिस डिजायर्ड रिलेशंस. ठीक है. सो नाउ लेट्स मूव टू द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. क्वेश्चन नंबर 11. या so I hope you remember this. What was this? कि the area of triangle, क्या था relation? The area of triangle upon area of triangle formed with medians as a side, right? With medians as a side. अगर medians का length करके मैं triangle बनाऊं, उसका area medians as side. And this is what area of triangle with original sides, उसके medians ने. इसका रेशियो हमेशा रहता है 4:3. And what he has given, length of 3 medians are 5, 12 and 13. तो अगर मैं इसका एक ट्रायंगल बनाऊं, राइट? तो बेसिकली he has given us the denominator. इसका एरिया आ जाएगा. What will he use? Herons? No. Do you remember? This is nothing but पाइथागोरन ट्रिपलेट. सो जैसे ही मुझे पता चला 5, 12, 13 पाइथागोरन ट्रिपलेट है, right? That is 5 square plus 12 square should be equal to 13 square. In that case, इसका एरिया क्या हो जाएगा? Half into base into height. तो half into 5 into 12. ठीक है. Those who have missed, please watch my last video on this Pythagorean triplet. हमने बहुत डिटेल में किया है. So basically, this is 5, 6 are 30. So denominator I got is 30. So what will be the area of triangle ABC? Area of triangle ABC. This is ABC. The denominator is 30. So just solve this. So कितना है? 40, right? So required answer is this 3 and this is 10 and this is 10 into 4. 40 should be my correct answer. Okay. Next question. Question number 12. What it says? The sum of the squares of the sides if 3 medians are 3 and a 3 and a 6. ठीक है. So don't fall in the trap that quickly go by the last method और उससे solve करो. The formula is not wrong. ठीक है. The correct answer for this question is data inconsistent, right? If you solve, you will get the answer. But what are the flaw in this? Just remember the last वाला. Remember actually last formula, not formula, the last property that sides में आपको पता है हमने किया था that sum of any two side has to be greater than third side. Same relation goes for the medians, right? Sum of any two medians has to be greater than the third median. Okay, so please remember this. The triangle to form, sum of any two medians has to be greater than the third median. So tell me here, is sum of two median greater than the third median? No, because two medians are 3 and a 3 and this 6 is equal. But what I want, the two medians should be greater. So this will not go. So this will not be a triangle. तो ये triangle बनेगा ही नहीं, right? So you can't use that. Is everyone clear? This triangle can't be formed. So answer is data inconsistent. नाउ नेक्स्ट इज व्हाट, या दिस इज द लास्ट प्रॉपर्टी यू मस्ट रिमेंबर. अब देखो 11 फंडे हमने याद रखे हैं, लिख लो एक पन्ने पे. जब भी मॉक देने जाओ मॉक से पहले रिवाइज करो, बिलीव मी कुछ ना कुछ तो फंसेगा पक्का, ठीक है. नाउ रिलेशन बिटवीन साइड्स एंड द मीडियंस. सो इफ माय ABC are the sides, A, B, C, they are what? Sides, and PQR is nothing but the length of the medians. ठीक है. So दो inequality आपको याद रखनी है. पहली perimeter. Perimeter is the sum of the side, that is A plus B plus C. It lies between what? Sum of the medians is the lowest value, इससे ज्यादा, and it has to be less than 4/3 of sum of the medians, right? So that means in percentage 100% से 133. Whereas if I say PQR, it is nothing but the sum of medians. Sum of medians lies between maximum A plus B plus C, that is sum of the sides, and minimum is 3/4 of ABC. Okay, so please remember this inequalities, it will come handy. Let's solve try a question on it. If this, believe me, this will take hell lot of time अगर आप नॉर्मल इससे करोगे तो, राइट. यहाँ पे क्या दिया है, मीडियंस का लेंथ दिया और आपको पेरीमीटर का पूछा है, तो क्या रिलेशन होगा वो. इफ यू रिमेंबर द पेरीमीटर लाइज बिटवीन व्हाट, पेरीमीटर इज ABC, द सम ऑफ द साइड्स, इट हैज टू बी between 4/3 of sum of the medians, right? Let's say whatever the sum of the medians, PQR only, let's say last time wala PQR are the medians, and lowest it will be nothing but PQR only. So tell me what are the median length here. अब इसे रूट में दिया, just go into approx point. So 510 lies between what, 22 square and 23 square. 23 square is 529, 22 is 484. तो उसके बीच में कहीं तभी होगा. So I'll just take, let's say 22.5 approx I'm saying, right? Similarly 514 I can take 22.5, ठीक है, just for calculation sake, otherwise I can't calculate exact. So what is the minimum sum? 14.5, 22.5, 22.5. So perimeter has to be between greater than 59.5, right? And it has to be what, 4/3 of, this is what, perimeter, that is A plus B plus C. So 4/3 of, I'll just take approx 60, right? 59.5 is pretty much close to 60, right? So if I take 4/3 of 60, so it would be less than 80, right? 80 से भी थोड़ा और कम. So my perimeter has to be between 80 से कम and 59.5 से ज्यादा. This should be my range. So tell me which can't be the answer. Can the first option be the answer? No, it has to be less than 81. तो ये भी गया, ये भी गया. 58, no, it has to be greater than 59.5, तो ये भी गया. The correct answer is 70. Okay, so do you see, भले मैंने पूरा सॉल्व करने की जरूरत नहीं थी, मुझे जस्ट थोड़ा बहुत पेरीमीटर पता होता है रिलेशन, तो क्वेश्चन वाज हैंडी. So to summarize medians, the points to rectify, guys believe me, ये आपको करना ही पड़ेगा if you really want to master geometry. otherwise वही होगा कि क्वेश्चन आपके आगे आएगा, आप कुछ ना कुछ ट्राई करोगे और कुछ कुछ आंसर आएगा, राइट, बट डजंट मेक सेंस. सो व्हाट इज द फर्स्ट प्रॉपर्टी, दैट मीडियन डिवाइड्स ट्रायंगल इनटू 6 इक्वल एरिया. सेकंड क्या था, इन अ राइट एंगल ट्रायंगल मीडियन डिवाइड्स हाइपोटेनस इनटू 2 इक्वल हाफ्स, राइट. थर्ड वाज अपोलोनस थ्योरम, दैट इज दिस relation AB square plus AC square equal to twice of AD plus BD. Centroid divides into 2:1, and ratio of sum of the squares of the sides to the ratio of sum of the squares of medians is always 4:3. Same goes for the area. जो main triangle है उसका area, no, this should be what, ratio of area. ये area होना चाहिए, मैंने गलती से लिख दिया. The ratio of area of the main triangle to the ratio of to the area of triangle formed by the length of the medians is also 4:3. Okay, then if I want to find the side, what is the side using the medians? So क्या था ये A, 2/3 of root of 2 MB square MC square, जो A निकालना है उसके जो median drop होगा उसको subtract करोगे. Then it is what, median in right angle triangle, MA square MB square 5MC square. Ninth was medians intersecting at right angle triangle, that is A square plus B square equal to 5C square. And last, remember this, like the side, sum of any two medians has to be greater than third median. Please practice a lot. ठीक है, कुछ भी डाउट आता है वी आर ऑलवेज देयर. आप टेलीग्राम के ग्रुप में आप अप्रोच कर सकते हो या फिर आप कमेंट पे पूछ सकते हो. थैंक यू गाइस.